Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Nina, and I am a transformational mindset coach. I am extremely grateful and blessed to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining and tuning into this video. A warm welcome to you if you are new to this channel, and a welcome back, babe, to my returning subscribers. BAVE stands for being accountable, bold, and evolved. And that is exactly what this channel is all about. So if that sounds interesting to you, and make sure to subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts on this video. Because this is a conversation that I feel more people should have. And even if you don't comment it here, if you just take this conversation out to one of your friends, your family members, even a stranger, I believe this is definitely a conversation starter, and it's definitely something that many people experience. So the topic of today is how to be content where you are, even if it's not where you'd like to be. And the reason why this is such a huge topic is because a lot of us may feel like there's more for us in our life. Maybe we started something and there's something else that we have interest in. Maybe we're currently working in a job, but we have somewhere where we'd rather like to be. So before we jump into this video, let's do a little checkpoint, a little reflection checkpoint. So this week that's passed, I feel has been quite jam-packed with emotions. I've been feeling quite a few different emotions, and the constant theme with all those emotions is that I've been allowing myself to feel them. And that genuinely just shows me the progress that I've made with regards to my relationship with myself, being able to allow myself to feel. And I don't know, maybe that's not a big deal to some, but it's a big deal to me because I used to just force anything that's not happy, like way over there on that side, like there, that side. But I truly learned, and something that's I've mentioned quite a few times on the channel is that feeling our emotions, there's definitely power in that, allowing ourselves to feel and being kind to ourselves. There's a time where I used to be like, why are you feeling like that? You know, and now it's a lot more gentle. It's like, why are you feeling like that? Like what's up? You know, I'm giving myself that space to feel, and knowing that the goal isn't to always be happy. The goal is to be kind to ourselves and allow ourselves the space to feel whatever it is that we're going through. So that was the constant theme of this week, and that's something I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the space and the kindness that I've been able to show myself. So with that, let's jump into today's video. How to be content. Let's look at the definition of the word content. To be content means to rest or be satisfied, to give satisfaction, to hold together, enclose. Okay. Content, a state of mind which results from satisfaction with present circumstances. I would say the number one tip I have to being content is to being grateful. I remember being in a job that I genuinely wasn't happy in, and I wasn't content in either. I so badly desired to just have more interaction with people, empower people more, stimulate minds. And the position that I was in at the time, I wasn't able to do that. And so because of that, I would just wait for the hours to pass. I would get to work and immediately start counting the hours to how many hours I have left to leave. And that would be something that would go on over and over. And sometimes I'd feel down because I was in a completely different place. I mean, out of the country, without my family, and without really much of a support structure. Of course, like over the phone and stuff, I had that. But a lot of times I did feel down. And in those times that I felt down, I'd steal time to myself whenever I could. And I'd go and I'd write down what's bothering me. And I'd take that was bothering me and I'd turn it into an affirmation, into something that I'm grateful for, and change it and kind of like appreciate the contrast and like try to like visualize what I would like to experience. And then I'd write those down, because just remember, the three laws of creation is your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So I'd think about it and I'd see what I'd like to experience rather than what I was experiencing. And I'd actually use it to empower me versus to just like let me feel stuck. And I felt like that's where I could like at least have some control as to where I am and what I'm feeling, because it's like I knew if I could see it in my mind, and if I could add words to it and give it that much more energy, I knew that I could eventually experience it in action. Um, and that's something that definitely helped me feel content. That's something that I would do whenever I could take a moment. Like I would even steal time to do that and just like go and I'd write it in my notebook. I'm grateful for A, B, and C. I still have those notes. And that was my escape. That was my medication, so to say. That's what made me feel better about my current situation. Because though it's important to be grateful and present in where you are, because I practice that too, like just trying to find things that I'm grateful for in the moment, even though it's like not where I'd like to be. I try to find things that I'm grateful for in the moment. And I know that's not easy for some people. Sometimes when you get into like a really dark place, it's not always easy to find things that you're grateful for, because sometimes people feel like everything is wrong at the same time. But you can always start with the fact that you're alive. And if you really in a like if a person is really in a low place and they don't even decide to be alive, then you can think about people that you love and being grateful for them, for their life, for their health. Um, or even if it's like strangers, even if you look at strangers around you and you just see that they're doing well, or they are enjoying their meal, or whatever it is that you can think of, you can be grateful for them on their behalf. I mean, you can be grateful for them, um, or grateful for the fact that you have running water or clean water to drink, or a meal, or a roof over your head. And it's simple things like that that you can start with, and just having that feeling of gratitude is what's going to help you find more things to be grateful for, and takes you out of the energy of being anxious or being worried or just being unhappy in where you are. When you're coming from a place of gratitude and when you're constantly looking for things to be grateful for, you automatically continue finding more and more things to be grateful for. And that's something that is almost like a superpower. It's like a superpower to be able to look at a situation and know and acknowledge that, hey, okay, at this moment, I'm feeling A, B, or C, right? But this is what I'm grateful for. Tip two. Tip two would be having a plan. So, how to be content with where you are. And I specifically mean this career wise, because we're talking about this is a part two for the how to know if you're in the right career path, right? So, specifically career wise, having a plan. And this plan doesn't have to have like every single little tiny detail, but having a plan definitely does help. Like, for example, me, I haven't always been quite a planner. I quite enjoy spontaneous plans, just going to the airport and booking a flight. I quite enjoy trying out a new career, even if it's something I've never done before, and just like learning in general, right? But planning, like I always thought, like being spontaneous and planning is like vast, vast opposites. Like they completely don't coincide. Did I say that right? But I learned that being spontaneous and planning can coexist. And I'm living proof of that. So, with regards to career wise, it's nice to just think about, for example, and especially for those who are feeling where they are at the moment is not where they'd like to be, is planning what is your desired outcome? What is your goals? Is it that you're planning for? Are you saving? If so, how long will you be saving for? What is the timeline? You know, just like sitting down with yourself and asking yourself questions. You can use the SMART method. This method really helps with asking those questions that help you fine tune your goals and kind of also just figure it out a little bit more in depth. I remember the first time I worked with a coach and set goals with regards to my career. Um, it's like I knew what I would like to do, but like having the questions there in place for me helped me really get to the exact sentence and being completely clear and transparent. Well, clear and transparent, same. Anyways, but it really helped me to feel like my goal or my desire or my dream wasn't just this vague thing. It was something that was clear. It was something that I knew exactly. And even though, of course, life gives us different curveballs, there's ups and downs, whatever, right? Even though, still, I could feel kind of content in a sense because I knew where I was heading, though I didn't know exactly how everything was going to play out because I mean, we don't know. Even tomorrow is not guaranteed. But having taken the time to just sit down and sort of have some kind of plan definitely helps you feel a little bit more content because a person is not just going aimlessly. A person is not just going to a place, to a job that they don't enjoy, that they don't desire to be at and they feel like they have no way out because they just think that where they currently are is where they're going to be forever. But if they have a plan, then it's like, okay, I'm here now. I'm gonna grind now for the next 6 to 12 months, and then I'm going to do A, B, and C. And I think that's pretty cool. And that's where we can take our power back as well. Tip number 3 on how to be content where you are, even if it's not where you'd like to be, is looking around you and knowing that where you are, you also placed there for a reason. And you need to open your eyes, open your ears, open your mouth, and see where you can be of service. Because best believe you are a child of Yahuwah. Best believe some way or the other, he will use you to further the kingdom, to have conversations, to share testimonies, you know? Tip number 3 is to know that where you are right now may not be where you'd like to be, but where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And that means taking everything in, being grateful, formulating a plan, and being of service wherever you can be, but not getting comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't forget about your dreams. Remember your dreams. Remember your goals. When I say don't get comfortable, and when I say don't forget your dreams, I'm saying that because many people have said to me, and I've also watched it in movies, where people kind of just, they're unhappy where they are, but they get kind of stuck and they get tired of where they are. But then they get tired to fight. They get tired to get up. They get tired of life and making time for themselves and making time for their bold ideas or to do anything that inspires them or excites them. So don't get comfortable. Do what you got to do and keep moving. And I believe in you. And maybe you'll say, why do you believe in me, coaching? You don't even know me. Because I don't know exactly who watches. I know some of the people that watch. But when I see numbers like 100 views, 70 views, sometimes I wonder, like, who are these people that are watching? So I don't know exactly who you are, right? But what I do know is if you hear and you watch this video right to this point, that means you put in the time to hearing me out because you genuinely would like to see some change in your life, or to see or to feel content in where you are. And hats off to you. Hats off to you. And yeah, that's all I have for you for today. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. Thank you so much for coming and just chilling with me, spending some time with me. Um, so I'm currently on holiday and I'm just thinking maybe I'll post a little bit more. Maybe I'll post maybe more than once a week. We'll see. No promises for now. But I'm saying it because I'm thinking it. And I'm really enjoying having this conversation and feeling like more people are able to like hear this, and more people are able to experience more, more people are able to hear this conversation, because I've had this conversation with many people in real life, but now it's kind of like my virtual diary, and it's here on the internet, and it's anyone's able to see it at any time. And if you find it at any time other than the 26th of June 2023, if you find it at any other time of the month or any other time of the year, or any other year, basically, just know that this video found you for a reason. Until my next video on Sunday, have yourself a beautiful rest of your week ahead. Make sure to find things that you are grateful for. Make sure to set some intentions for the week. My intention for this week is to be productive, spend more time with Yahuwah, and just spend more time with my loved one. All right? Take care. And I'm sending you so much of love. Until my next video, stay amazing.